Good morning. You find the sea at the bottom of Ben Ann.
Take that, rewind it back. Sure got the voice to make your booty go.
However, when we're finished this, stick around. I'm going to visit a spot very close to my heart. Primarily one of the reasons why I really wanted to go up here. I've not been up in a long, long time. The day I nearly died, the day it was a proper reality check, the day it woke me up, the day it told me, can I say that word here, messing about in cars to this extent. So once we come to this, I'm going to get that done. And we'll tell the story on the way back down, and then we'll have a real look at the spot. I would always say, don't underestimate the power of an athlete. It's amazing the gradient in such a short distance though. Don't know if you can hear, we've got a beautiful 737 coming over. It's about to head over the Atlantic. Not me, it's been checking flight radar. Have a look at this. Beautiful day for it. Cold, crisp, not freezing. It's saying 0.5 when we get the car, but it feels a wee bit warmer than that. See how we're going. Look at this. Absolutely stunning. Everywhere you look, absolutely stunning. I expected it to be a bit more challenging, if I'm being honest. Everybody talks about coming up here like such a feat, and breaking a sweat, but let's see how we're going. Oh, RIP. Oh, that is nice. Look at that. Wow. Obviously height. Hard to see in a video. What a beautiful day for it. Could we have got a better day? Probably not. Fantastic. Nearly there. Probably about halfway up, still going strong. Hot Highland spring water is the way forward. Look at this view. No, that one. The one behind it. To be honest, we're killing some time because the people that are walking their dogs, which is at a great height here, I don't know if you can see. So they're kind of, I don't know if stuck's the right word, but they were on their way up and they've kind of paused. They're in progress, so I'll give them a bit of breathing space. Listen, I've not had a haircut, behave. What I'll show you about. I'm not normally one for faking shit, but I did need to take 10 steps back because would you just look at this. Oh my days, man, look at that. Are you fucking kidding me? Look at that. Wow. I should have put my mic on, but I've not had time. Wow. There are no words needed for that. Heads or tails? Phew, head. Not a problem. Let's have a look at this. Here we go. So I suppose after climbing to the top, I expected to be a bit more out of breath. It's not necessarily the case. So last night, say about 11 o'clock, sitting on the couch and I said, do you know, I've never actually done Ben Ann. Let's go and go up and do Ben Ann. I consider myself an athlete. Sam will obviously laugh and joke about this. However, here we are. And we're not even out of breath. It is absolutely beautiful. It is absolutely calming. It's absolutely soothing. And the air quality sounds ridiculous, but it's really noticeable. Considering it is thinner. Just take a minute just to look at that. Just witness that. The problem with videos is you don't get depth. It's kind of like my two eyes don't work together and I can't see in 3D. It's the same thing when you're looking at it behind a screen with a flat camera. You don't have the 3D aspect of it. But I mean, if I was to jump to there, I'd probably still break a leg. Well, not me, obviously, Sam, because I'm an athlete. I don't know why you're laughing. You can't hear Sam laughing because the mic's here. And if my calculations are correct, that is the perfect placement for the mic. We'll see. So here we are at the top of Ben Ann. Beautiful walk up. Probably about an hour. Sam did say to me it was about an hour and a half, but the distance didn't look that far on the maps. So we done it a wee bit quicker than what she thought. So it's such a short distance. It's the gradient that is incredible. So the car park is just down there at that little bit of water. And I don't know if you can see the path down there. Just comes up. So it's a fairly straightforward hike. That's just a tough gradient. The last little section as well. Absolutely beautiful though. I highly recommend it. Look over there. Much taller. There's a few summits that are pretty taller than this one. So that was a little bit disappointing. I would have rather went the extra mile on a slightly higher summit. Even if it was a less path orientated climb. But yeah, got a good wee walk back down. Having a look over the other side, it's arguably even more beautiful. I don't think you really understand the depth of the valley that you're in here. You're about 1500 feet here, which generally isn't the tallest, but it's more the aspect where the land flows. You can see that valley there and how that it's absolutely. Again, the camera probably does not do any justice as well. So fun fact, we talk about paying for some Highland Spring we've got here. However, up here we have some natural Highland Spring, and if you look at this, how clear that is. Do you know how that's just amazing? Look at that. That's incredible. It wasn't incredible. Look at that. That is incredible, honestly. That is just absolutely beautiful. It just shows you as well how quickly the temperature changes. There's a lot more ice on the way down than what there was coming up. It's actually surprised me a little bit. More so on the path, obviously the little kind of bumps and stuff at the side. They're obviously frozen for the cold wind, it was like that on the way up. On the way down there's little pockets of what you would have classed as dampness. It's turned into like sheet ice on top of the rocks. And it's one of those things that if you don't really notice it, you're going to have a problem exactly like this. Yeah. You keep your eyes open, because this could potentially be a huge problem. So obviously the descent is much easier on the body. The problem is gravity. Although it might be easier on the way down in terms of you don't need to pull yourself up. Footing's more important on the way down. Somewhat like driving as well. If you're going downhill and weight transfer going downhill, you've got gravity not working for you. So obviously if you slip on the way up, you can put your hands forward, but if you slip on the way down, you put your hands forward, you're going to have a problem. You look at this here, and you're probably half a foot of drop every single step. And for example, if you lost your foot in here, you're falling a good 6-7 foot. The last 4 steps. It just shows you. But yeah, just got to be confident, you've got to know what you're doing, you just got to look exactly where your feet are going every single time. Simple. Yeah. The view on the way down, you can't miss it. That's the difference as well. On the way up, you need to look over your shoulder to see it. Every time you just lift your head up, it's just absolutely beautiful. So, nearly back down at the bottom. And then, where we're going to stop off next, quite a sad personal spot for me. So, the year was 2017. I got offered my dream job, and that morning I phoned in sick, which is not something I normally do. But I phoned in sick and I just wanted to get out after getting offered my dream job, and I accepted it and headed up here. Frame of mind that day, it's a hard one. Excited. I took my golf out. I met up with a girl called Amy, who was my little sister's best friend at the time, and ironically enough, my best friend's girlfriend at the time. Her and Paul at the time having a bit of a thing, so she phoned me. She's like, "We need to speak to you. You doing anything?" I said, "Well, funny enough, I was literally just heading out to drive. If you want to meet up with me, you can jump in the car, we can have a chat." I've known Amy since she was like 12. Well, we're going to drive. Now, I was going to drive for my own reasons. I just wanted to get out and have a bit of fun. She was wanting to let off some steam. That was the wrong combination. As a driver, I stand on and seen that coming. But she was sitting in the passenger seat, talking away, and I'm trying to control a bit of lift off oversteer on these roads up here. If you know the Duke's Pass, this road. And long story short, come over a crest, car bottomed out, weight came off the suspension. I've turned in because the weight's come off the suspension, it's understeered forward on the wrong side of the road. It's then come back down, settled again, it started turning left. By this point, we're already understeering, carrying too much speed as well at this point. The car goes into the little gravel car park bit, which causes more understeer because it slides on the stones. We then mount the barrier as they come down, or they start from the bottom and not at the end, so that you don't physically hit them. The car goes up, it grinds the guardrail for a good 15 feet perfectly. The car comes to a rest, it's going to tip left. If it tips left, 2 left wheels will land on the road. Car a bit of an angle, probably a burst sump. Would have been a problem, but it would have been the problem I would have chosen over what happened next. So as the car came to rest, I looked left, I seen Amy, I looked right, and I see this drop. This drop is like a cliff. The car slowly starts to turn to the right. Grab Amy's seatbelt, pull her into the middle of the car, lock the seatbelt and hold her close in the middle of the car so as that if any of the sides or corner points of the roof cave in, we're in the centre. The car rolled 5 times. Now, the good part of this was the car had came to a rest before it rolled, so it was a soft rollover. The car never speared off the road. And it came to rest in the most beautiful scenic spot. I'm going to stop at this spot on the way back. Every time I come up here, I need to take a moment to realise Jackson was 2-3 months old at the time. It's a problem. But we're aye. So we need to stop and have a look. And I appreciate this one's a wee bit longer. But right there. So you join me at the spot. This is the spot. And this is the problem. And this is how this occurred this day. So we're coming round here. It might be a little bit hard to see, but there's a slight crest here. There you go, you can see that perfectly. So we came from all the way down here. And the car comes off the ground here, bottoms out, just where my finger is, comes back up. Now I've turned in. Now it is a bit of a distance. Now the car, you can actually, I think, there's no way those are the lines from, maybe, good chance. So the car understeered, it's turning left, as soon as the wheels touched here, understeered more. Now this has totally changed. It's a huge drop all the way down there. You could actually see where the guardrail starts. I'm not too sure where it starts here. But the car mounts it somewhere here. This just wasn't here there. So the cars went up, mounts this guardrail, and it slid, and you can actually still see, I think it's here, where it stopped and fell down there. Now there's a river away down there. We'll cut the shots in just now. And I had to climb up here. Amy covered in blood, well, a mustard tracksuit. She literally looked like something out of Kill Bill. We climbed up here and somebody happily stopped coming down this road like this car. It would have been like something out of a horror film, I'd imagine. You imagine coming round here like this car here and then stopping and finding somebody standing in the middle of the road. We'll cut that picture in. So that was the day, and that was the experience. Now we're in my 30s, we'll not be replicating anything like that. Although Jackson, in his older age, has convinced me to buy another Golf GTI, and needless to say, the one I've got now is much quicker than the one I had back then. The driving experience from the dream job that I'd just got offered wasn't something that was into play at that point. However, I was always a car guy, always thought I knew best, and it just shows you that one lapse in concentration can give you a huge problem. So if anybody can take anything away from that, from the guy that is car daft and prides himself in car control, and car control is his thing, his obsession, his passion, just shows you one mistake, get it wrong. When Colin McRae done it, the Subaru and the Ford Rally team paid for it. I ultimately paid the price that day, in more ways than financially. We've just got back in the car, and I was filming that at 222. The number plate, my number plate, is 22. Weird shit. Now this is exactly a week since I shot that video. It's 8:30 in the morning. I was lying in my bed editing it. I was watching that end section there where I put in the pictures of the car, and I really don't think I stressed that message enough. Please be careful out there. I knew what I was doing to an extent, and accidents always happen. Although I pulled that seatbelt that day and pulled Amy and I into the centre of that car, obviously the car had no roll cage. If it had a roll cage, I might have felt a bit different. But that 5-6 second, 4-5 rollovers lasted forever. Getting out the car, walking round it, seeing smoke coming from out under the bonnet. The airbags hadn't went off, dazed, confused. It was a mess. Not just physically, mentally, for me, It was an absolute mess. I love my cars, and seeing my car in a state like that was just unacceptable. As I said, Jackson was born, and it's honestly not something that I even took into consideration when I went back out in that car after he was born. But after that accident, we'll not be doing that again. Although I did say that at the end of that video, we'll not be doing that again. I still have my moments. I still enjoy cars. Cars are my main passion. But crumples, and it's replaceable. Here it is. Please ignore the splitter. We had snow a couple of days ago, as you'll be aware, and it's a good hot hatchback. It's not a very good snowplow, put it that way. Well, listen, thanks for watching. Please take something away from this, and stay safe on the roads. We're going to get a video of the beloved Golf GTI done soon. While we're here, we'll get a cold start here, wake the neighbours up. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and please stay safe on the roads. I'm going to cut a little video in here that was the week before the car was written off, and it was a GoPro video of myself and Jamie having a laugh. I'll give you an idea of the situation driving down that road. Thank you.